Greetings, Holy One. Please join me this morning as we reclaim the mind. Now, this reclamation of the mind is, in essence, the separation of the true solar intellect from the mechanical lunar mind, your beast mind, your animal awareness, your instinct. And this reclamation of the mind is the establishment of the true solar intellect. Your beast mind, your animal mind is preyed upon. This mechanical intellect is programmed in so many ways. It can be understood as a war upon consciousness. Your lunar shadow mind, your autonomous thought field is pummeled, is inundated, is conditioned with images, instincts, social programming, and ultimately fear. You have two paths, the demonic, fearful path, and that has lessons to be learned and masteries to be obtained. And you have the other polarity, the path of love, the angelic path of light. And neither one is good or bad. This is the playing field. This is the dynamic in which we operate within. But this predator's mind, this lunar shadow mind, the flyer's mind, as Castaneda learned from Don Juan in the system of Toltec sorcery, this mechanical intellect is built from millions of impressions, not originally your own, not originating from within your own solar intellect, whatever measure you possess of that. Some people have that in greater measures, greater awareness of source. But in systems known as Kabbalah, alchemy, Buddhism, we have technical terms, cliphotic lunar shells in the Kabbalah, the dross, or the salt that must be purified in systems of Hermetic alchemy. Buddhism, we have the skandhas and the samskaras, Maya illusions. But this predator's mind, this flyer's mind, sustains itself by stealing attention. Because, dear viewer, where your attention goes, there your energy flows. This subtle food of awareness, this God force of your eternal light body, is preyed upon. And every reactive thought, every unconscious emotion feeds it. We establish the solar intellect through concentration and inner silence. Concentration is the first blade of the Hermetic discipline of the Magi. Concentration, fixing the solar will on one point until the mental current stops wandering. The establishment of the citadel of inner silence, maintaining awareness without verbal thought. These are the twin blades, the twin disciplines, the two blades of the solar intellect. Each act of disciplined attention interrupts the parasitic cycle of the mechanical intellect. The foreign installation flees because it cannot survive without emotional reaction and scattered focus. Now, in alchemical terms, you dissolve the multiplicity, the fragmentation, you solve into silence, then coagulate a single will, the coagula. And on this day, the foreign mind flees. retreats, vanishes, dissolves. This corresponds to the stage of albedo, the whitening of consciousness, the lightening of consciousness, the solar influx of the God-force power of Ra, radiance. The adept stands between two worlds. The old automatic mind is gone, but the true creative intelligence has not yet been embodied. It feels like a void, a loss of identity, a profound uncertainty. In Hermetic language, this is the desert of the soul, or the night of Mercury. And when the real battle begins, now begins the Rubedo, the great work proper, to rebuild a new mental body, transparent to spirit, guided from within rather than from habit. Now this is achieved through meditative vigilance, awareness without commentary, voluntary action. Do small things consciously. No autopilot. Invocation of the higher mind. Prayer, contemplation, or theurgic visualization of the solar heart. Ethical purification, not morality, but harmonization, resonance. Every lie or indulgence calls the foreign mind back. Every time you step out of the noble eightfold path or the golden energies of the Dharma that you have established, you bring back the predator's mind. And through sustained practice, the divine intellect, the solar nous, awakens and replaces the borrowed mental structure. You have called forth the solar angel of dominance over this third dimension. So we have 5 stages in this Hermetic formula of liberation. Nigredo, awareness of mechanical mind. You observe. The symbol is Saturn, which has all kinds of correspondences, but the astute observer will know that and research that. Albedo, the next stage. Silence dissolves the foreign mind. Purification. The moon symbol. Then we have Citrinitas, rebirth of solar intelligence. Illumination. The symbol is the sun. And Rubedo, permanent union of will and spirit. Coagulation. The phoenix. Rise. So we are looking at the dissolution of mechanical thought, the flyer's mind. We do this through disciplined silence. We empty the mind, void of the soul. Invocation of higher will, the solar mind, the true intellect, the mind of source. And when Hermes says, when Thoth Jehuti says, when Yeshua says, when all the great master emissaries of light say that all is mine, this is what they mean. Not the chatter of thought, the monkey mind, but the living radiance of consciousness itself. Through discipline, the sorcerer, or the hermeticist, or the magi, or the initiate, the aspirant upon the path, the adept, ceases to be food for borrowed thought and becomes the creator of thought, and thus the co-creator of reality, and thus the co-creator of the new heaven upon earth and the Satyuga of the golden age. Namaste, Namaskaram.